With the 3 easiest embroidery stitches, you can do this beautiful, crazy quilting seam stitching. So let me show you how. Hello everyone, this is Anne from Odulcina. Today is a new tutorial. The first thing I need to start with is I'm going to present you a new pen that I discovered that is erasable with just your hair dryer or a heat gun. I'll put the link in the description below. This changed my world because in the past, the one that I had, well, obviously, I didn't want to wash that and I didn't want to use the iron because it just make everything so flat that all my embroidery stitches were not looking as great. But this one, you're going to see at the end how I erase those lines, and it's just magical. It's quick, it's easy, and oh boy, it just changed my world because now I can draw on my fabric without any fear. The first stitch is pretty easy. It is the back stitch. So you just follow the line that you designed. So it becomes very no-brainer and fun to do because you don't have to figure out where you need to put your next stitch. And you just go a little bit further to get out from the back, and then you stitch at the end of the previous stitch. So you get out further and you come back. This is why it's called the back stitch. And at the end you have a full line of stitches like that. You can try to make them the same width as much as possible, but still it's not a big deal. If you want a good result with the curves, you need to go with short stitches instead of long stitches. So if it's curvy, don't go with long stitches. Try to go with smaller stitches with their length. There's other way to do like a steam or a line, but this is one of the easiest and I think my favorite. And now the second stitch is the lazy daisy stitch, which we're going to use to mimic the leaves, these kind of leaves. There's other ways to do leaves, but for this design, this is what we're going to use. I love that stitch, and you're going to see with time that it's a very, very popular stitch. We use it all the time in different projects or designs. So how it works is that you're going to get out from the back of the fabric at the bottom of the leaf, and then you're going to go right away just beside to peek out at the other edge of the leaf. And then you just make sure that your thread goes around the needle, and when you pull the thread, you're going to have this leaf shape, and then you just need to poke back in to secure the stitch. So you go out and you go right away back in just beside. You go across the leaf design to get out. Make sure that your thread goes around the needle. You pull and you secure by going back in. The tension that you're going to put when you are pulling the thread can make your leaf a little bit slimmer or more like fat. So you might want to practice to see which one you prefer and which tension you need to put when you pull at this step. But, you know, in nature, the leaves are not always the same, so we don't need to aim for perfection, and they can slightly be a little bit slimmer or fatty, round, long, whatever. At the end of the project, it looks gorgeous, even if when you look at your individual stitches, they might not seem perfect. You would use that stitch to create a flower. All the petals of the flower would be that stitch. So you now know how to do a lazy daisy. All right, the next one is the French knot. I think it is the most popular. It's definitively the first that I've learned. And with the French knot, you can do so much. I use it all the time. How we do the French knot is we go out, we then pull the thread. If you're right-handed like me, that would be with your left hand. And you're gonna see with my thumb or my two fingers, I'm gonna keep always attention on the thread, my left hand. I want to turn around the needle 2, 3 times. So it's the needle turning around with my right hand. My needle is turning around the thread that I keep the tension with my left hand. And then at the end, I want to go back in very close to where I got out from the back of the fabric. And then I keep the tension still with my left hand up to the last moment where I need to release and pull till the end. You see? So you might need to want to practice that one, but when you'll get it, you're gonna see it's an easy stitch. I'm gonna put a tutorial in the description of the video of that specific stitch that I did like 2 years ago, showing you in slow motion how to do the movements. I really love it. I hope you love it too, and see how easy the heat gun just makes those lines disappear. It's quick and easy. I really love that pen, and now I can draw my lines or my dots and measure if I want, and yeah, it really opens a world to me. So I hope you enjoyed the process, and let me just quickly show you what we've done so far with that big roll of crazy quilt seam stitching ideas. It looks good already. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.